Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasu here, coming at you with 5 cards I have in your trade binder for August 2021. Before we start off the series, I just want to say thank you guys so much for supporting this series. I think I've been doing it for over a year now at this point. So I want to say thank you guys for liking the video, being subscribed, leaving comments on these videos, and basically overall supporting not only this series, but the channel. I appreciate every single one of you doing that. It's crazy to think that I've been doing this series for over a year and how long I've been doing YouTube. But we're just going to get right into it. I'm not going to sob too much here. If this video gets 60 likes, I will do a part 2 in August. If you're buying any of these cards off TCG Player, please use the affiliate link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost. So you click that, and whenever you buy anything on TCG Player, not just Yu-Gi-Oh related, but anything, I get some of your proceeds to no additional cost to you. So not going to charge you any extra, but it's going to support the channel. So just make sure to use that link whenever you're going on TCG Player. Also, if you're not subscribed, hopefully today's the day I earn your subscription. I'm aiming for about 2,000 subs by the end of the year. We're at about 1,630, so hopefully you could reach that, or at least maybe halfway, like 1,800. And let me know in the comment section below, what are your favorite cards from this top 5 cards I have in your trade binder. And we're going to get right into it. So the first card is Tenyi Spirit Adhara. Now I'm going to explain why you should get this as a super rare. They're about $5-6, and they are in OTS Pack 12. Now there's going to be a new archetype coming out pretty soon, and what it's called is Zhangjing, and if I mispronounce that, I apologize. This is a worm synchro based archetype that a lot of people are playing around with and a lot of people are loving and having fun with. So the reason why you should pick this up is because Tenyi, especially Adhara, are going to be used in the deck, because Adhara is a level 1 tuner and it's an earth tuner, so you could sometimes go into Nat Beast, Nat Churia Barkion, and those cards are cards that are just going to be super strong regardless of what state we are in Yu-Gi-Oh! Really synchros of their time. And this card is going to help you not only go into those types of synchros, but other synchros in the archetype as well, especially because it is a worm and you're able to special summon it if you control no effect monsters. So it's free, it doesn't even waste a normal summon, it's really nice. And when it is in the graveyard, or you can banish this card from your hand or graveyard, then target a banished worm monster, except for this card, add to your hand. So that's really good, because while it's in the graveyard and you control a non-effect monster, you know, like a Tenyi Link, etc., you're going to be able to get one of your worms back into either the extra deck, like one of the synchros, or one of the cards into the other deck. Very, very good. I would look at other Tenyi cards as well, but especially Adhara, because while it's going to get bought out and it's going to get more and more value because of this new archetype, being a level 1 earth tuner that can special summon itself for free, essentially, as long as it's basically your starting play, is always going to be really, really good, especially since it does not lock you into anything like worms. So I would get this card while you can. And the second card I have here is Magician Navigation. Now, this is the secret rare version coming out of Dark Illusion. First Ed's light plays are about $7, going up to 8. Near mint are about 8, 9. And this is a very cheap secret rare for a Dark Magician card. Now, what this card does is you can special summon a Dark Magician from your hand, then special summon a level summoner or Dark Spellcaster monster from the deck. If you control Dark Magician, except for the turn this card was sent to your graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target a face-up spell or trap your opponent controls. It has its effects negated until the end of the turn. So basically, this lets you summon up 2 cards, so it's like, you know, 1 from the hand, 1 from deck. Which is really nice. It doesn't really net you any card advantage right off the bat, but it lets you special summon something like a Dark Magician from your hand that's a brick, which is really, really nice. But then it's able to let you play around a Floodgate or 2, which is really nice. It would have been really awesome if it was maybe destroy a face-up spell or trap. If you control a Dark Magician, I think that would have been great, but regardless, this has Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl on it, as you see right here. It's a card from First Ed card from Dark Illusion, a set that basically was a game changer, and it's a very big collector card, and you play in the Dark Magician deck. For all those reasons above, seeing at about $7 to $9 is really ridiculous, because I feel like it should be at least quadruple that value. I would highly recommend getting a playset or 2 while you can. In fact, I really would probably argue 2 playsets for this card. You know, if you have the budget, but if you want to see where it goes, you could just get a playset, because I could see this $7 to $8, $9 card going up to at least around $20, $25, $30 minimum within the next, you know, 6-7 months. I think a lot of people are sleeping on this card because a lot of people don't know that it is as cheap as they think. I think people think it's around triple this value. So get your copies while you can. Now, the third card I have here is Adamancipator Sign. Now, you guys are probably wondering, why do I have an Adamancipator card on the top 5 cards to have in your trade binder? Isn't this supposed to be one of, like, the better cards to grab? I'll explain. So, do you guys remember when Dragon Maids got reprinted in Maximum Gold and Hospitality was about a $4 or $5 card, just like this card? Well, when Dragon Maids got reprinted, you know, Kitchen Maid and Nurse, that card went up to about $35, $36, and people were paying that for a while. It's now settled around $23 last time I checked. Same with Cursed Outline. Cursed Outline was $1 or $2 super rare. Maximum Gold comes out. You know, Golden Boy gets reprinted. This jumps up to $30, $35. As you guys see here, there's a pattern here. Whatever doesn't get reprinted is going to go up, especially if it's short print and you need it for the deck. Emancipator Signs is used in the deck, since what it lets you do is it lets you special summon from the graveyard and then stack the deck for you know, Emancipators, which is really, really good. So what I would do is I would grab a playset or two while you can, because I believe this is not going to see any type of reprint anytime soon. And when we get the Emancipator reprint at, I believe it's Researcher, this card's probably going to go up, maybe not to like $30, $40, but it could go up to $15, $20 at minimum. So this is a kind of card where I'm telling you guys to buy it, not for a collection value, but that you can buy it, then sell it when it gets really, really high and ridiculous. And then you have a lot more money than what you started with, and you could put that into other cards or bills or anything else. So get this card while you can. Now the fourth card, oh, by the way, Researcher's most likely going to get reprint pretty soon. So that's why I'm telling you guys to get it now. And if you guys want to get these smaller guys for Emancipators that are about $1 or $2, comparing it to the Golden Boy, where the traps for him, you know, like El Dorado, all that, you know, Elixir went up from like a, you know, 50 cents to like $3, $4, $5. You could get the little guys as well, like a playset of each while you can, you know, have basically everything neat. So I would recommend that as well if you want to dive a little bit more, spend a few more dollars. Because I believe the little guys for Emancipators are like 80 cents, something like that. Now the fourth card here is actually Joker's Knight, and I'm talking about the Collector Rare. Now if you guys don't know, the King's Court, while it seems like it's been ages ago, it's actually very recent, and a lot of the set has crashed. You know, especially the Collector Rares, and this is actually one of them. So what this card basically does is you send a Queen, King, or Jack's Knight from the deck to the graveyard. You special summon this card from your hand. If you do, this card's name becomes that set monster until the end phase. During the end phase, this card's in your graveyard. You target another Light Warrior monster in the graveyard, aka what you said. You will always have a target unless they call by grave it. Unfortunate. But, you know, shuffle into deck, and if you do, add this card to your hand. Basically what this does is, and it's also a level 5 2000 attack beat stick, is it lets you Foolish Burial from the deck, so it shortens out the deck, and then you special summon this card as a free level 5 that you could link with, you could synchro with, overlay with. You know, you get, I guess, access to the rank 5 pool a little easier. I mean, it's kind of cute. You have nice stuff like Volcasaurus. And after that, you get to basically repeat it again, because you get to add, you get to shuffle the Jack's Knight, let's pretend you're playing Jack's Knight, into the deck, and then you get to add this card back to your hand. This card, a lot of people are going to find a way to break it. I think it's really, really good. I've actually play tested it in Shaddoll, and so far, I really, really like it. I think it's pretty decent, actually. It gets me an extra body on board as well. So, and you know, easier access to Mechaba if I want it. So what I would do is I would pick up at least one copy, if not more. It's also a very collectible card, so even if the meta does not break it, which I don't really see how they have not already, you're gonna have a nice collector card because it has stuff to do with the Knights, and it's the highest rarity version. These are about $40, so they're a lot cheaper than the $60, $65 that I was really wanting to buy them for. So I would recommend getting them while you can. And then the last card that I have in your 5 cards out of your trade binder is actually Heavy Melfo's Electromagnet. Now, before you click off the video, the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because banless season's approaching. We do have some more time, but the reason why I'm telling you guys to get original copies is because for $10, $11, this is a card that either it's not going to get a reprint again, and it goes up every single ban list. This card, Maxi, and Colossus are kind of like a trio that about 3 weeks before the ban list either get bought out or double in price, or at least go up a couple dollars temporarily until they crash because people think they're going to come off the ban list. Now, Colossus is possible to come off the ban list. Electromagnet is possible to come off the ban list. Maxi, it's not impossible, but I'll be honest, I don't really see it. But point is, Electromagnet is going to go up, especially if it ever goes off the ban list. You're going to want to get your banned cards while you can. And as a rule of thumb, not just for Electromagnet, if you want banned cards, wait to about a month after the ban list until you start picking things up again for banned cards. And that is also when you should prepare for the ban list, not when everybody else isn't buying stuff out. It's when everyone's buying stuff out, increasing the price, is when you already want to have your cards. So always be on the lookout for any banned cards that people have, and then you can make your profit accordingly, especially if the card comes off the ban list, then you're sitting on a pretty penny. I would get Electromagnet because not only do people just love pendulums, I absolutely hate playing pendulum type decks, but to each their own. But if this card ever comes off, it's probably going to go to about $30, $35. And this is kind of a card that, even if it doesn't come off the ban list, it's going to keep steadily going up. So I would grab your copies while you can. If you guys enjoyed this 5 cards out of your trade binder, make sure to smash that like button. If you're buying any of these cards off TCG Player or any cards in general off TCG Player, please use my affiliate link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. Remember to subscribe and check out all my socials in the description below. Instagram, Twitter, and consider being a YouTube channel member as well. I have awesome perks, and if you want to see more 5 cards out of your trade binder, I actually shoot out a 6th card sometimes on my Discord, which is a channel or a Discord channel feature. So if you want to get into my Discord, gotta become a YouTube channel member, at least for now. So I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.